Tesla is working on some really exciting upgrades for 2024. There's the new Model 3 launch in North America. Finally, we might just see the new Model Y Juniper upgrade. Cybertruck deliveries will officially begin to more customers. But there's also something else Tesla should do, and that is steal 1, 2, or 10 features from the competition. I've been driving Teslas for nearly 5 years now, so for this video, I'm making the switch. I want to see what it's like to own, live, and drive an R1T, and see what special features Rivian has that Tesla needs to steal and put on their own lineup. Let me tell you what I found, 10 cool features Tesla should steal, and why the grass might just be greener on the other side. And a big thanks to T-Raps for sponsoring this video. As Tesla has worked to compete with legacy automakers for years now, there's a quiet or not so quiet storm brewing in the growing EV industry these days. We've got competition all the time, but it's clear that Tesla and Rivian are sort of leading the pack of new EVs. And when you do a little digging, you find a lot of similarities between these two companies. Both pride themselves on range and performance and versatility. Both do their own custom software. Both now make a pickup truck and an SUV. And really, it seems like for the most part, both companies, Tesla and Rivian, are going after the same customer, which is you. And don't get me wrong, competition is good in this space, it keeps everyone competitive, but after hearing how much Rivian owners love their vehicles, I had to sort of see how the other half lived. I wanted to check this out for myself and see if Rivian did have some unique advantages that Tesla needs to steal for their own lineup. So I decided to do it. I rented a Rivian R1T, spent some time with this truck, and while there are some interesting similarities between Tesla and Rivian, with Rivian sort of knockoff Sentry mode and some very similar interiors with the dual screen and stuff like that. To put that aside for a moment, I did find some pretty cool features that Rivian has that I really did miss on my Teslas. Whether Tesla wants to be coy about it or not, with all of these big changes coming to every single Tesla in 2024, now would be a good time to maybe steal some of these features and bring them over to the Tesla lineup. For example, I know this first one sounds basic, but one of the things that I do appreciate on both the Rivian R1S and R1T is a powered frunk. And Tesla has made a big deal that Cybertruck is the very first Tesla with a powered frunk, but I don't really understand why. Why did it take this long to get a powered frunk? And especially on the higher end Model S and Model X, where you're basically near 6 figures for these vehicles, why do they not have a powered frunk? I feel like a frunk on an EV is really nice. I love the frunk on all my Teslas, but I find myself really not utilizing it as much as I would if it was powered. If I could just press a button and have it open and close for me automatically, that would be really nice. I did appreciate it here on the Rivian, and something I think is sort of a no-brainer that Tesla should expand. Another thing I really liked on Rivians is a 360-degree top-down view. Now, I know I sound like a broken record, I bring this up a lot, but if you haven't experienced this before, it is an extremely useful feature. It's basically using a series of cameras all around the vehicle to give you like a bird's eye view of your vehicle. You can see this live and in real time. I think you can even see it while you drive, and it's really helpful for parking in tight spaces, backing out of your garage. Just anytime you want to get a good look around your car and see the surroundings, this is an extremely useful feature. And before you comment down below, I know that Tesla does now have their high fidelity 3D park assist, but as I've mentioned before, it's nice, but it's really no substitution for what you're getting here. What Tesla is doing is a nice sort of aid to the lack of an efficient system that is the vision system. It is nice to have this additional aid, but what you are getting here with Rivian is a full-on 360-degree view that I find really, really useful. Again, there's been rumors for a while that Tesla could do this, or they couldn't do this if they had the hardware or not. Definitely, the Rivians do have additional cameras in different places that I don't believe Tesla has, so maybe there's a reason that Tesla hasn't done this. But I do think as great as the vision system is, and it does show a lot of promise, it's just not as useful as having those cameras. And I think that what you've got with that system there is really cool. And I think that even there's a case to be made that Tesla could have those additional cameras and use it to make the vision system better and also get a live 360-degree top-down view. High fidelity park assist is cool. I think it's a technical innovation. It is cool to see, but this feature here is way more useful and something Tesla just needs to steal and bring over to their lineup. Something else I've got to say I do appreciate about Rivian is also their customization when it comes to the car. The interior, the exterior, they've got a really wide array of beautiful colors, and I like all of the options you've got in your configuration process. Now, to be very clear, there are a couple of points to mention here is that one, obviously, with Tesla, you can get the car way sooner. With Rivian, there is a wait in most places. There are some inventory cars, but it's a little bit of a different situation. And also, let's not beat around the bush. These cars are more expensive. And I think that you are going to get a little bit more with that premium price, and they're going to be more expensive than the 3 or the Y. Though, again, with that being said, Tesla still has their own higher end lineup, Model S and Model X, that would be nice to see some extra colors. Now, to Tesla's credit, they did make all the colors for Model S and Model X free, which is nice, including the Ultra Red, but I do appreciate all of the customization that Rivian's going to give you. A lot of beautiful colors. I love the launch green. Even the Compass Yellow, which I don't think is around anymore, was striking and people did like it, but all of the options for the interior as well. So many customizations you could choose and little details here that were very nice. I know that Tesla is known for minimal efficiency and making cars as fast, as quick, and efficient as possible. But there is something to be said about having options, or more options with the Tesla lineup would sort of be nice. Now, while the Rivian lineup does have many, many cool features that Tesla desperately needs to steal for their own vehicles, Rivians also do have their own quirks, some missing features that can be a bit annoying. That is, unless you've got the best accessories that fix all of those shortcomings and basically make the vehicles perfect. I've shown before that T-Raps has got an incredible lineup of amazing accessories for all EVs, including Teslas, but they're also the #1 place to go to give your Rivian R1S or R1T a much needed upgrade with some essential accessories that you've got to get for your Rivian. For example, Rivian, for some reason, has a notoriously bad built-in wireless charging pad, and the go-to solution from everyone in the community is basically unanimous, and it is this solution from T-Raps. One is that it's super easy to install. It's gonna just sit over that existing area and still give you access to that little storage slot up front there. It's gonna harness the power of MagSafe technology to keep your phone secure there with the power of magnets not sliding around there. And also, I really love this. The attention to detail is seen in all of T-Raps' accessories, including this here, because there's like a little space there up front that accommodates the increasingly large camera bumps we've got on our iPhones. But that's just the beginning, because T-Raps also has a wide variety of other accessories to give your Rivian a much needed upgrade. They've got full-on PPF protection, so you could protect just certain areas or even the entire Rivian vehicle if you want to. They've also got screen protectors, a mount for the mobile wall charger, and even some essentials to keep your Rivian organized. There is no glove box in Rivian vehicles, which is interesting, which is why you're probably gonna love this super nifty armrest console organizer. Simply put, T-Raps is an amazing destination for incredible EV accessories. Whether you're Team Ford, you've got a Rivian, of course the Tesla lineup as well, full Tesla accessories here that are amazing too for my Tesla audience. But if you're looking at a Rivian, maybe looking to make the switch, or if you own a Rivian and you're looking for great accessories, look no further than T-Raps. They've got an amazing collection of some incredible accessories that you are going to love to really level up your EV experience. If you want to learn more, check out all that T-Raps has to offer for any EV on the road. Hit the link down below to learn more and check out T-Raps for yourself today. All right, now this next one may be a little controversial, but I'm just going to say it. I actually do kind of like where the charging port is located on Rivian vehicles. It's sort of in the front. I'm not a huge fan of this whole flap system because it is sort of a long process to get it open and close, and there probably is some more point of failures there than you would have with the simple charging port you've got on Teslas. But there is something to be said about having it up in the front, which is sort of nice. I know that Tesla's got their whole thing where you back into the stalls and you plug in, but it is sort of nice, especially in a garage, to sort of have that a little bit more near the front, at least something I appreciated. Now, obviously, we're not on the NACS standard yet, so I'm not a fan of the CCS adapter there, even though you do have J1772 there too, but I digress. The charging port I'm not a fan of, but I do like the location. This isn't a huge deal, but there is something to be said about having it in a different place, having it up front. Was something a little bit nice, and I did appreciate here, at least with my time here with the R1T. Something else that is sort of weird to say is a big Rivian feature, and I know that I might piss a lot of people off by saying this, but I'm just going to say it. These cars do have ultrasonic sensors, which is a feature I think Tesla should steal. Now, obviously, Tesla is very much committed to their vision system. They decided to ditch ultrasonic sensors for a myriad of reasons. Maybe it was cost. Maybe they really do believe the vision system is superior. Whatever the case may be, the system is just not nearly as accurate. And even as Tesla is making strides in making progress with the vision system, it's just not as good as those good old ultrasonic sensors. And Rivian has got those ultrasonic sensors all around the vehicles, and it is going to deliver a more practical and reliable experience when trying to park, especially when you couple the ultrasonic sensors with the 360-degree top-down view. Another thing I really found myself appreciating about Rivian's lineup as well is the amount of key options. I know this sort of sounds weird to say, but I do find with Tesla, there is a really cool variety of third-party options, but would it be nice to have some more first-party options? I know many would appreciate that. Obviously, you've got your traditional phone key, so if you want to use your phone as a key, you can totally do that, but they've also got key cards, which Tesla does have. They also do sell fobs, which Tesla does have as well, though Tesla's fobs are sort of miniature versions of cars, which are cool. Rivian has a bit more of a practical solution with sort of a lanyard mount point built in, which is easier to attach to a backpack, lanyard keyring. That's sort of nice. But also for a while, they also had this band, which I don't know, it was hard to tell online if it's something they still do, they don't do, but it was an option where you sort of had this wristband that you could use to unlock the car and drive, which was particularly nice for those who wanted to go hiking or go surfing or go somewhere where you didn't want to have to worry about your phone or your wallet or your fob. You could literally just use a wristband on your wrist. Now, with that being said, there are third-party options Tesla does have, but it was sort of nice to see the different variety that Rivian had to offer, and would be nice if Tesla had a bit more to offer in the key department. Also, with their fob, as nice as the design is, not super functional. I know that people who usually buy fobs buy it for the functionality, so something to consider there was sort of a nice perk here that Tesla could easily steal. I also think it's very interesting that Rivians come with some built-in goodies. Now, again, for the price of this vehicle, it's nice to see some extra add-ons there because these ain't cheap cars, but there are a couple of things that I thought were nice. The camp speaker built in is actually really cool. It's basically like a Bluetooth speaker on steroids. It's big, it charges in the vehicle, you can pull it out, drop it on the tailgate or anywhere and be able to utilize it, which is cool. And I think there's even a leak that Rivian is working on a new version that'll have like a built-in battery bank, so you could plug a bunch of stuff in. That's super cool. And then also I really like that there was a built-in flashlight too. In the door, if you didn't know, at least in the R1T here, there's actually a built-in flashlight that you could pop out and use around your vehicle. It's these little goodies that give you that sort of surprise and delight and enhance the experience I thought were very cool. Now, Tesla is under no obligation to add additional features and goodies, and maybe Cybertruck, there's a case to be made that that would make a little bit more sense. But when you see Tesla sort of not even include basic floor mats with some of their entry-level vehicles, which are still not cheap vehicles, it would sort of be nice for Tesla to do the basics, let alone maybe even add some additional stuff as well. So those little goodies weren't a huge deal, but they were sort of nice. And it would be nice to see Tesla include more than just the Sentry Mode flash drive and floor mats on some models. That's basically all they're going to give you. They're not going anywhere beyond that. And for the price, it would be nice to see a bit more. Sort of nice to see those here on the Rivian lineup. Now, I should also mention, Rivian does have one secret feature that Tesla needs to desperately steal. It might be a little late for them to steal it, but they should have done it. They still maybe could. And that is a better route planner. This was a staple in the community and still is, and has been for many, many years. And is just, as the name suggests, a better route planner. It's a better way to customize your route, see the stops, plug in different variables and see how that'll affect your road trip route. It was really, really cool. And I think it still exists today. But the dirty secret that you might not know is that it's actually owned by Rivian. Rivian acquired that website. I believe they're now building this functionality and using it to bolster their own app and their own mapping service and their own Rivian software. And I'm not exactly sure how long we're going to see a better route planner exist in its current form. Rivian, I mean, it's their asset now. They could sort of roll it into their own stuff and make it a closed system. They could allow it to continue to remain as a free thing for the community and for the greater EV community. All right, and this last one, I know I'm going to catch some heat for this, but I'm just going to say it. One feature that all Rivians have that I think many Tesla owners want the company to steal for themselves is physical stocks. Yes, if you're a fan of physical stocks for shifting into drive or park or neutral, or if you're a fan of using physical stocks for things like windshield wipers and stuff like that, Rivian vehicles still do have it. And yeah, this is something I don't think Tesla's going to bring back in 2024, but I know many of you who are a fan of physical stocks would greatly appreciate if Tesla could steal that, bring it back to their lineup, but I just don't think it's going to happen, I'm sorry to say. So I would love to know from you guys, what are your thoughts on all of this? What features do you think that Tesla should steal from the competition and bring to their 2024 lineup? It doesn't even have to be from Rivian. Is there a feature in a Volkswagen or Mercedes or BMW you saw that you'd like for Tesla to implement in 2024? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you own a Rivian and a Tesla, I'm curious to know your thoughts and just your thoughts on Rivian in general. What do you think about these features? Do you think they matter? Do you think they don't? What's something you'd like to see Tesla do in 2024? Let me know down below. I also want to give a big thanks to HOV Mags. They are our newsletter sponsor for this month. A big thanks to them. They make the easiest way to attach and detach HOV decals with the power magnet. So you can sort of utilize those HOV decals when needed, remove them when you don't. So I appreciate them. If you want to check them out, link down below. And also I want to say I appreciate you guys. Sorry for the weird set. I'm not green screen. I'm actually just sort of here visiting family for the holidays and have a very interesting mobile setup to continue these videos and make them happen. So I appreciate your patience in the change of scenery here. Thank you so much for your patience with that. And also I want to give a big thanks to everybody who made it to the end of the video. I want to say quickly here, I just want to make this point. It's fun for me to put like these little Easter eggs at the end of the video and then see all the comments. Every single comment totally makes my day. The fact that you guys would honor me with your time really does mean a lot to me, and I appreciate all that you guys do. So thank you so much for that. And if you made it this far in the video, let me know down below if you would buy a Rivian, why or why not, and also why you went with a Tesla over other vehicles. Was there a specific feature? Was there a color choice? Was there the battery capacity? Was it range, performance, software? Let me know down below. And if you would consider a Rivian or not, let me know in the comments down below. And also let me know if you'd like to see more Rivian content. I can do more if you want. I think most of you guys are very Tesla focused, but if you are curious about more comparisons, let me know down below and I can make that happen. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Big thanks again to T-Raps for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.